She is literally the Polaroid of perfection. She has everything and she'll give it to you in a second. Looks can't deceive. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She'll steal you away. Not just for one day. Every day is an ordinary day. In her world, she's an ordinary girl.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you something outside of your reality. Imagine yourself standing before a door. It is an abnormal, yet appealing door. You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond this door, you find yourself in another realm. A realm of horror, adventure, and fantasy. A realm not limited to the laws of sights and sounds. A realm that goes beyond what you can understand and what you cannot. To those with the courage to pass through the door, welcome. You have now entered the realm of the Geek Zone. Please stand by.
Happy Hawaii Statehood Day, everyone. Welcome to the Geek Zone. I'm your host, Justin T. Sutherland.
Hawaii Statehood Day takes place on August 17th and celebrates the day Hawaii joined the Union in 1959. Hawaii is the most recent of the 50 U.S. states and is the only U.S. state made up entirely of islands. Hawaii's diverse natural scenery, warm tropical climate, abundance of public beaches and oceanic surrounding, and active volcanoes make it a popular destination for tourists, surfers, biologists, and volcano enthusiasts alike. It is definitely a state that is nice to have part of the Union.
So now that I've educated you with somewhat useless information, let's jump into something that has absolutely nothing to do with Hawaii or its statehood. Let's look at... I really don't want to do this. Let's happily look at a board game called High School Musical 2.
This game was designed by P. Joseph Schumacher and published by Cardinal in 2007. But due to the subject of the game, I say Schumacher has done a great disservice to humanity and deserves to be blasted. Let's try out our new robot named Gamma for this one. It is for 2 to 6 players and possesses a basic roll spin movement mechanic. It tends to go for about $17 US on eBay, which translates to 11 British pounds, 14 euros, 1,354 Japanese yen, and 236 Mexican pesos. I think that covers all of our viewers. The game measures 10 by 10 by 2 inches and weighs approximately 2 pounds. Now that we know a little bit about the game, let's see how it plays. The flow of game moves along rather quickly. A little too quickly. The only time the game truly slows down is when you have to perform for the audio CD. It felt as if there wasn't enough to it, almost like ordering a steak dinner and then they give you a plate with everything but the steak. Flow of game gets a 3.6 out of 5. The overall game time feels weird. On the one hand, it is rather short and feels like it's meant to be played by kids who have ADD. But other times it feels like it drags on forever. The game takes around 20 minutes to play depending on how many people you have playing. On that notion it would get a 5 out of 5, but I can't ignore how it feels, and that would get a 3.2 out of 5. So overall, game time gets a total score of 4.2 out of 5. The graphics in this game are cheap. The game board and cards are made out of a very cheap and flimsy material that feel like you're going to break it as soon as you touch it. Aside from that, on the cover of the box it just says High School Musical, but the game is High School Musical 2. Someone really dropped the ball on that one. Frankly, the game looks rushed and half done, so graphics get a 3 out of 5. The pick up and play factor is one of the few things they almost got right. The rules and gameplay are simple enough to learn, but it's figuring them out that's the hard part, as the instruction booklet they give you has the grammar and understandability of a kindergartner's homework. Pick up and play factor gets a 3.5 out of 5. The wanna play factor for this game is both high and low.
If you are a die-hard fan of High School Musical, then you will probably like this game. But if you are like me and the only time you have ever watched it, or cared to watch it, is when someone else is watching it and you have nothing better to do, then you will want to pass on this game every chance you get. The die-hard fan would give it a 4.2 out of 5, while the common man would give it a 2 out of 5. So, wanna play factor gets a 3.1 out of 5. Now let's tally up the score. Flow of game, 3.6 out of 5, C-. Game time, 4.2 out of 5, B-. Graphics, 3 out of 5, D-. Pick up and play factor, 3.5 out of 5, C-. Wanna play factor, 3.1 out of 5, D-. Total, 17.4 out of 25, giving High School Musical 2 the board game a 70%. Congrats, High School, you get a grade of C-. Now, would I recommend this? No way! This game is not for everyone, as the questions and challenges are made for people who adore and memorize the film. For the rest of us, a game of Monopoly, Rich Farmer Poor Farmer, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be a better choice. Well, that does it for this episode. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to college and try to win the X Games while keeping from being embarrassed by my bumbling father, so... later.
My name is Ace, the angry video game bird. Make me, Tin Man.
Winnie the Pooh, Tubby little Tubby all stuffed